Good evening, everyone, and welcome into another week here at Gentlemen Sim Racing Club. It is Wednesday night, and we are here for our BMWs to start us off, and they will be racing at the fabulous, the one and only Long Beach circuit in California. This circuit opened up nearly 51 years ago in 1975, hosting championships of Formula One, Formula E, Car, IndyCar, the American Le Mans, and the Rolex Sports Car Series. Tonight will be the BMW M Sport Cup, providing their talent around the circuit tonight. So we pull the championship standings up for you on your TVs and screens around the country where you're watching from. You can see Dyson is the championship leader. 1 point, a single point is between him and the closest championship rival of Adam Funslow. Christopher Henn, he's in third. John Merritt's fourth. He missed out last week. Hopefully he's here this week. And you can see in fifth, Guy Leach, Jeff Adams, Richard Brookfield, Richard King, Eduardo Zamora, and Hilton Booth round out the top 10 in the championship here at the end of round 5 as we're approaching round 6 tonight. And you can see there it is a sprint point, so it is the sprint racing. They'll have no compulsory pit stop in the first race, but they will have a compulsory in the second. You can see the championship standings further down from 11th to 24th. King, Laves, Baz, Sharp, Baldwin, Hambley, Gander, Heppel, Alani, Heaney, Bradbury, Katia, Hanson, Jones, and even Aaron Bryan just sneaking in at the bottom of the screen there. We normally expect around 30 odd drivers in the field. We're a little less than that here tonight, which is a little unfortunate. The BMWs provide some really good racing every week, so it's unfortunate to only have, what's this, I think 21 drivers here tonight, but nonetheless, these 21 drivers are ready to go for their 2 races here tonight. In the commentary booth with me, I have Harrison Denbrinker as my co-commentator, and Andrew Neal is running the broadcasting for us. You can see some more information on your screen. It is 22 degrees here. The track temp is 28 degrees. It is 9:30 in the morning here in Long Beach. See, there is 76% humidity at this 3.1 kilometre long circuit. I did just give the welcome in to Harrison Denbrinker. So if he can, actually no, we'll move to the qualifying order first. Chris Henn on pole position, Andrew Dyson second, Dylan Walker third, Richard King 4, Adam Funslow 5, Maverick 6, Benson 7, Brookfield 8, Worley 9, and Jeff Adams in 10th in the subpar racing car, rounding out the top 5 rows. Guy Leach in 11th, Joe Baldwin, Quinton de Klerk, Hilton Booth, Greg Heaney in 15th, Eduardo Zamora, John Baldwin, Pete Matson, Callum Heinrich, and Kevin Wakefield are the top 20 here. 3.2 seconds spread the field of 20 there. You can see Gander, Daniels, and Wood also filling out the last couple of positions here tonight at round 6. We're going to get ready for a start in a matter of moments, so quickly can we get a hello from you, Harrison Denbrinker?
Hello everybody, very happy to be here, looking forward to the Sim2 race, and hopefully everything starts out clean.
Hopefully it does. The sprint racing here tonight is of 2 races. There will be the 15-minute race 1 and a 25-minute race 2, reverse grid for the top 10 with a 1 compulsory pit stop for these drivers. So just waiting for the last couple of guys to get themselves on the grid, and here we are. I didn't see any lights on the screen, so I do apologize about that one, but we are away here for the first 15 minutes at Long Beach. The sprint race will start us off, and Dyson has got himself into the lead immediately from second place. Chris Henn could not get the jump off of pole position. Down in towards turn 1 now. Is Henn going to go deep in? He's not going to try and fight this back with Dyson. Dyson will lead us through from Henn, King, Walker, Maverick, Funslow, Worley, Benson, Brookfield, Adams, your top 10 as we head through turns 2 and 3, the roundabout here. Heading into 4 now. So we head up to West Shoreline Drive. Here is Dyson, the early leader, and unfortunately there is no John Merritt here again tonight, so the advantage that Dyson will be taking over the rest of the field will be substantial if he can hold the position he's in at the moment. He obviously is a strong favourite to do so, but Chris Henn obviously has the pace. He was the pole sitter in qualifying. He was a little bit quicker than Dyson, but he might be the only or one of the main favourites to bring this to Dyson. As you can see the field fighting it out in the background. There's Funslow getting pressured. He's getting done up the inside by Adam Laves. He gets up into 5th place there in the Aussie races. Number 23 BMWs. We go through this really tight and awkward hairpin. The last corner here at Long Beach. It is turn 11 as we head onto now East Shoreline Drive, back towards the start finish line and finishing out lap number 1. What did you think of that one, Harrison?
Very, very good. I'm quite happy to get away with a clean start. Hopefully this can continue. We'll just have to see if any Dyson can pull that pace.
Dyson will be the early pace setter for us, like you said there, Harrison, and we'll keep an eye on what his pace will be. Mind you, there's no compulsory pit stop in this race, so he's just going to be all foot to the floor here as he's already opening up to nearly a second towards Henn. It's just hanging around that 9/10 as we come out of turn 5, back onto West Shoreline Drive towards 6. That another semi-awkward left-hander as you got such a wide exit through this corner, which we're going through now, as we see Funslow just outside the top 5. He lost that position to Adam Laves just towards the end of lap number 1 in the ILEC Motorsport car, and they really getting close to the wall. I think that was Worley just touching the wall with his left rear. You got to be careful of that here at a street circuit. It is one of those things that will always bite at a street circuit. Scott Leach going to look for a move here at the end of the back straight into 9. No, he's not going to get on the brakes late enough and make the move on Baldwin. Baldwin will just hold on for now as we head into this hairpin once again. That'll be the end of lap number 2. Already 3 minutes into this race. We'll see what Dyson's lap time is here. It's 1:30 as our initial lap times that we are chasing here, and he's already actually hence slowly closing that gap back up, but the slipstream will be helping just in the second half of the lap with the back straight and now the main straight as we head up towards the Fountain roundabout here. Beautiful roundabout that is, probably one of the most beautiful roundabouts in the world, I would say, and one of the most iconic roundabouts in motorsport as well, as King's holding on to 3rd place at this point in time, ahead of Walker only by half a second, so Walker might have a chance at the top 3 a little later on. Hilton Booth, what's this replay? Oh, just going to dive into the wall on the left there. I wonder if that was a hardware failure. Sort of looks like on that one. I'm not sure what you think of that one, Harrison.
Yeah, it may well be. It was a bit of a weird incident. And we also have Wakefield, who has had an incident at the Fountain as well. He's meatballed.
That's unfortunate there. You can see Worley's also meatballed, so I wonder if he was involved in that. There's Wakefield on the right as we head into, and he's just going to get turned on entry, and it's not enough space for 2 cars to squeeze through there. So Wakefield's gotten a meatball. Does he get collected again, or is that where the meatballs come from? Gonna guess that's where the meatballs come from. Doesn't look like anything else has really happened, but doesn't look like anything substantially wrong with that car. So a little maybe confusing as to how that would happen. Here's Worley. He had a meatball as well, so that front left that suspension looks completely fouled and dropped on that car. So we come back to live screens now, 5 minutes into the race, and King in 3rd place, still holding on to Henn and Dyson. Dyson's nearly out of the second now. The gap is just holding on. He's a little bit slower in the first sector. He's a lot quicker in the second sector, and but Henn's again quicker in the third. So Henn's able to hold on to the gap here, at least still early, but he seems stronger in that first sector and the third sector. but Dyson's still got the advantage over him nonetheless. Now out to a second as we come onto the back straight here on lap number 4. We've also got Andrew Neal in the booth tonight. He's running all of the broadcasting. He said he was going to get his throat ready for more than 3 words in a sentence. So is he going to give us more than 3 words now?
I'm not sure about that just yet. There was 6 words. Nah, I certainly will.
I'm sure we'll get a little bit more out of you later on. Don't you worry about that. Well, I like squeezing a word out of you, and when I can, I've definitely got a line ready for it, which is one that I accidentally spilled out a few weeks ago, which is now just become an inside joke. And if I have to say that line, I will say that line. But we come
good
to...
boy.
Ah, there we go. I didn't even have to
I'll
say
get it out first.
Yeah, that was my mistake a few weeks ago, calling you a good boy in the commentary booth. I did not mean to, and I still hate myself for it. So we can see Tamora's got a yellow down in 12th position, as Soda King and Walker. So they're clearly using the track limits here. Mind you, there's not really much limits you can use, so they might have just been jumping a curb. I think that's for... Is that not for a slowdown, or am I incorrect? Yep, I love the info from you guys. Thank you.
No, I'm not sure what the yellow is when it pops up.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was a slowdown or not. Not
too sure myself either.
No, that's all good. We can see Josh in the comments. Hello to all of us up here. Hello to you as well, Josh. You're always welcome to pop in and say hi if you have the chance to do so. I don't know if you have the availability, but we would love a hello from you. You're always welcome up here. Zamora now just outside the top 10. He's 2.5 seconds off. That's a slowdown. Okay, thank you for that one, Thorn. So the yellow is a slowdown. I thought it was a slowdown, so they've probably just jumped the curbs at turn 4, maybe even turn 5. That's probably one of the spots you can cut, but they're kind of the only areas at this track you can cut. You can obviously cut through 10, but that's not going to give you any comfortable line through there. Neither cutting any of these, sort of corners through here, especially 4 and 5 we can see on screen now. 5 is one of them where you can definitely get it done for a cut, because you do want to throw your car mostly over that curb at 4, and I know Harrison as a driver will be able to confirm or deny if I'm lying here, but at turn 5, coming onto that sort of middle straight there, you can really easily get done for a slowdown there, as you do bring that car right over that curb. There's a little bit of a bump there that you can get done in, but in a little production car like this, you're probably relatively okay with it.
Yeah, you're running along with some really soft suspension, so you're able to take a lot of liberties on the curbs. And of course, as racing drivers, you're going to take as much as you can. You're going to push it over the curb and all the way out to the wall all the time.
Yep, so through 10 now. This was one you can see that I was meaning, where you can cut that curbing in the background there. You've got that concrete wall off to the, as you're driving, it's off to the left as we were watching, then it was way to the right. You can cut that, but because of that style of curbing and that nature of it, it's really going to unsettle the car if you get it wrong. Personally, myself, I like to straddle the car over that curb on entry into that hairpin and really open it up as much as I can, because it is such a pain of a corner. But these drivers are at least dealing with it nicely tonight, especially on lap 1. They dealt with that quite fine. You see, it's a real pinch point normally, but tonight was okay here in race 1. There's still race 2. We're nearly towards the end of race 1 here. Just over 5 minutes left. We're about to get towards the 10-minute mark. You see Walker right on the back of King, 3 tenths behind. Is he going to try and look for a move soon enough in the last couple of laps here? I'm sure he will, and if he does, that might just bring Adam Maverick and Adam Funslow into the battle. Okay, so Josh is just, I think, talking to Andrew there via the comment section on how to do the broadcasting side of things. So we appreciate some of the feedback there, Josh, as we're still watching this battle for third. Hens completely dropped them in that battle for third, and they've got that gap open to Mav Benson behind, one of my former Victorian Country Series rivals, and I mean loosely a rival. We were good mates. I know he was a long time supporter of Todd Hazelwood, and you guys probably won't know this about me, but Todd used to be one of my go-kart coaches back in the day. That connection was actually brought by me going to school with him, and my sister being a couple of years older than me and being the same age. They were really good friends. So I've known Toddy for quite a bit, and I know Benson obviously has as well. So I know he used to come over to Adelaide quite a bit back in the day, and have some dinners with the Hazelwood family, and obviously support all of them, which was great to see all of those years ago. Unfortunately, I haven't seen Mav in probably over a decade now, but it is great to see him here in GSRC. We can see obviously still Andrew and Josh in the comments. Super dodgy, the sound is good. I'm not sure who that one is, unfortunately. And there's one of my mates, Matthew Brown. There's that beautiful voice he's been waiting for all day. Well, thank you, Matt. I'm glad my voice doesn't annoy you. I know it probably annoys you most other nights when we're playing games and Mecha Chameleon and all that nonsense. And when I'm getting raged out at Call of Duty, but you know what? Thank you, appreciate that. As we're still closing up towards the end of this race, and Dyson's got that gap out substantially, close towards 2 seconds now, still over Hen. And just looking over the field, our biggest climber in this race, we've actually got 2 of them, both sharing a rise of 4 positions. Steve Daniels down in 18th, and Eduardo Zamora up in 12th position here. So we're still watching on the battle of Walker and King. Harrison, is Walker going to get this or not? They're really pushing the limits. You can see towards these final stages, it's getting close, but is Walker going to get him or not?
Yeah, it's looking pretty tight. It's going to be interesting strategically as well if people just want to sit behind for the reverse grid top 10. We've also got a big battle forming up from 7th down to 11th. It's all been pretty tight there, with Maverick acting as a bit of a cork in the bottle.
Yeah, he'll be, you know, trying to gain on anything he can. He's doing quite well in the championship, I believe. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused for Funslow. He's doing quite well in the championship. Is Funslow. So yeah, he's in second in the championship, but obviously stuck behind these guys. He'll be wanting a little bit of chaos to happen, and sometimes, and I know some of us up here in the commentary booth like a little bit of chaos to happen in the BMWs. But these drivers definitely won't be wanting that, as hey, I wasn't trying to say anything here. Don't get me started. I got told off once. I'm not getting told off again. Thank you very much. But again, these cars still going on. But yeah, Funslow, he's getting held up in the championship points there. But it's getting really close here. I think we might be on the last lap now as well, as I think we were within the timer there. I didn't see a white flag as we went over the line. Did either of you two catch it?
I don't believe we're in the last lap. He might just get round. Oh, no, probably not.
I was just trying to think of when, looking at the timer of when he would have started that lap. I think it would have been within the time limit, so I think this might be last lap. I could be incorrect on that. I didn't see if there was a white flag or not. I'm just going off of past experiences in iRacing. But Dyson here, just out of the final corner in a matter of moments, and will this be for another win? He's been on the trot of a great couple of wins here in the BMWs, Oran Park, Circuit of Spa-Francorchamps, Road America, and even a win at Okayama. And it is the checkered flag now, and he now makes that 5 wins on the trot here in the BMW M Sport Cup at GSRC. He is the driver to beat. He is on an incredible run right now, and Hen will finish in second place. King third. He will hold off of Walker in that battle for the bronze position. Adam Laves in fifth with Funslow sixth, Benson 7, Adams 8, Brookfield 9, and Baldwin 10. The rest of the field come out of the final corner and run it down to the line. We can see Leach, Zamora, Heaney, de Klerk, Matson are the 15. Baldwin, Daniels, Heinrich, Gander 19, and then the last couple of guys still out there, and they'll be finishing very shortly of Wakefield and Worley. No, Worley's I think in the pits, and Wakefield I think is the only other driver we are waiting for. So that was race 1. Dyson was your winner. It's a reverse grid top 10 here as well. So Baldwin is in the pole in the reverse. So we get the positions finalized on screen. These are all provisional, mind you. Penalties may happen after the fact, but Dyson was your winner, more than 3 seconds clear of Hen, with King in third in the subpar racing. That was not a subpar drive by him. He held on to position 3 from Walker absolutely magnificently there in that little 15-minute race. I'm not sure if there was anything I really missed out on that one in the background. Harrison, did you notice anything throughout that race that I might have not really called?
No, I didn't catch anything different. I was just paying attention to lap times, and the only thing standing out was Dyson's just incredible pace. He was averaging about a 30.4 and was quicker by at least a tenth or two every single lap.
A tenth or two every single lap. That's quite hard to get around a circuit of Long Beach when you think about it. I'm sure you've done plenty of laps around here, Harrison, but a tenth and a half. I mean, you can think of maybe a couple of spots where you can really gain that position. Obviously, the final corner being one of them, with that being such an awkward corner for everyone. I can think as well, coming onto the back straight, some people don't really cut that corner, but you can cut it to the wall on the inside there. But to be a tenth and a half to that 2/10, sort of like you were saying, that's a lot of time to find over a lap.
Yeah, it is quite considerable time, especially here at Long Beach with the street circuits. There's a lot of just driver confidence and being able to push corners, which is probably the main thing. As with every circuit as well, there's track limits you can push, but mostly just the confidence, being able to take it out to the walls side to side here.
Yeah, that's obviously one of the tricks on a street circuit. Just being able to trust yourself, run it to the wall, and know the limits of the car. That's the ultimate way to be fast. We can see a couple of the guys just in the comments here. What's Thorn saying? And hello to one of my fav content creators, Miller Motorsports. Forgot to add that one in. And of course, Jacob Miller with his great couple of GT3 videos. You can find him on YouTube. Obviously, that's his YouTube name on the right-hand side. So just put that into your search bar and look for any of his videos. They're an absolute watch and a half. We can see the positions for race number 2 here. Joe Baldwin and Brookfield on the front row. Adams and Benson on the second. Funslow and Maverick on the third. Walker and King on the fourth. Hen and Dyson on the fifth. It's a reverse top 10. So is Dyson going to be able to drive back through the field and come for another win and make it 6 in a row? Leach 11, Zamora 12, Heaney 13, Klerk 14, Matson 15, Baldwin 16, Daniel 17, Heinrich 18, C 19 and 20, Gander and Wakefield, Worley, Booth and Wood. The rest of the field as we get going here for race number 2. It is 25 minutes here at Long Beach in California. This circuit is a world-class circuit, and we've got some world-class drivers driving, hopefully coming abroad to you in these 25 minutes. Into turn number 1 we go. late on the brakes. They avoid the wall on the outside, but Baldwin holds on. They're 2x2 in the background through the roundabout. We all holding on through there this time around. It looks all safe now as we head through 4 and 5 back onto West Shoreline Drive here. It is Joe Trucker Baldwin leading the way in the Aussie races. BMW with the Bailey Ladders sponsorship. He's already 6/10 clear of Brookfield. Adams in third, Benson up to 4th, and Walker up to 5th place. He's up 2 positions. Hen's up 2 positions into 7th. Dyson's up to 9th at this point. Richard King, he's dropped down to 10th. He's down 2 spots, and so is Adam Laves down in 8th. He's dropped 2 spots as well. So the top 10 moving around a little bit already on lap number 1. As we come towards the end of the back straight, which is East Seaside Way, sorry, and we head right into turn 9 and the 10 and the hairpin of 11. Are we going to mess up turn 11 this time around, or is it going to be clean and safe? A little bit of 2x2 here as Dyson tries to go around the outside of Adam. It's not going to work there as he now tries to get the run. He's going to dive in for the early pit stop. That is lap 1, compulsory pit stop done. He will be going for the end of the race here, and he'll be getting himself just completely out of the battle of the entire field, and he'll be running himself now into the clean air. He also had Richard King dive in with him, so King will be trying to do the same strategic play as Dyson here, but Dyson, the immediate, and I mean immediate, end of lap 1 dive into the pits. I did not expect that, but that was definitely an early call, and it might honestly play out for him, Harrison.
Yeah, it's definitely a good play for him. He has the pace to try and jump a bunch of people with the pit stops. It was absolutely crucial for both him and Hen to make up as many positions off the start, but this could be a really smart strategic play.
It might be the play of the race. It might be a 1000 IQ play for Dyson, the 000 car. It was a little bit slower than King in the pit stop, only by 0.3. 7.5 for Dyson, 7.2 for King. But they've got the clean air now. They are they're a second apart, and Dyson is leading them, and Dyson is 37.5 seconds behind the car in front, which is Russell Gander. We'll have to see how the strategy will play out for everyone else. Is Hen going to dive into the pits on lap 2? Is that Hen? I think that was Hen. That's Funslow and Hen. Both of them dive into the pits, so I thought Hen might dive into the pits to try and counteract Dyson's pit stop, and he has done exactly that. Oh, there already goes a little bit of a battle to begin. The pit stop battle, nice, quick and early. Baldwin and Heinrich also into the pit lane, but will Hen come out ahead of Dyson? That'll be close. Hen's now in the box. 6 seconds for him, so a second and a half quicker than Dyson. Funslow 6.3. Baldwin was 5 seconds flat, and Heinrich still counting in the box. As Hen and Funslow now get away, they are ready to get back out on the track in a moment. Dyson's just coming up, but I think Hen is still clear. He is. You can see on the screen there is 2.5 seconds, 2 seconds counting down. Obviously, Hen's still getting up to speed out of pit lane there. Just trying to look on the ladder and the SDK timing screen, but Hen does have position just over a second from Dyson, so that was crucial for Hen to counteract the pit stop of Dyson on the end of lap number 1. Hen went in on the end of lap number 2 with his teammate Funslow. Now on lap number 3, I'm sure some other drivers might be thinking, oh, time to dive into the pits as well. But that was some strategic play by Hen to outdo Dyson. Now he just has to outdo him for the next 20 minutes here at Long Beach. He's got his teammate Funslow in front. Obviously, Funslow is fighting for the championship point, so maybe Hen will just have to do the teammate play. And obviously, Hen's probably the quicker driver over Funslow. I think he might have to be the one to hold back Dyson in this race. Harrison, what do you think of that thought?
I think it's pretty lucky for Hen to have had his teammate just in front of him now as well. They could do some smart team play here if Hen is able to get through, because he did seem to be pretty clearly the quicker driver out of his team. in this race, so might be able to do some smart team play. We'll just have to see what they do.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're not sure how they're going to play it out. With Funzalo being the driver, second in the championship, Dyson leading it as some of the other guys exit pit lane. They sort themselves out. There's Dyson and Adam Laves just going 2 by 2 through the roundabout. They're going to survive. They do survive. Dyson will come out on top. I think he does as we turn into 4. And Dyson is ahead of Adam. That is 13th and 14th. But yeah, so Funzalo second in the championship, sorry. Hen is, I think, the quicker driver, and there we see Funzalo move out of the way, so he might be giving up championship points here, but he's probably just thinking about getting to the end. I thought he was moving out of the way for Dyson there. He might be. He is. Dyson's up the inside of Funzalo there. Oh, he had a slowdown. No, I did not catch that one. Thank you, Harrison. So that's unfortunate there for Adam in the iLake Motorsport BMW, the 329. Unfortunately, losing out the 2 positions, one to his teammate and to a championship rival and the championship leader of Dyson. It is still Baldwin leading the way here as we come back to him on screen. He's the second clear of Walker as they have. He's just made a move on Brookfield. They were going side by side through the roundabout, and Mav Benson now in 4th place, right on the tail here in the top 3 at the moment on track. Find out a little later on how many, where they will play compared to the others, and how many laps they will also go with into this race with their tank, obviously not being a full tank from the start, and the 1 compulsory pit stop anyways. We'll see when those guys will make the pit stop and where they will play net overall compared to everyone else, and that's obviously mostly Hen, Dyson and Funzalo. Obviously Adams has actually also pitted. He was 5.9 in the box. He is actually the net leader of those guys who have pitted, and he's only just ahead of Hen here on screen. So Adams is currently the leader of these guys, but Dyson's still got a little bit of work to do to try and get past these drivers. We're just about 8 minutes into the race. We can see, so I've just got to try and catch my breath here for a moment. Unless you want to take over for a sec, Harrison.
Yep. So, a few things Hen could do here strategically for his team. Oh, nearly run into the back from there, Dyson. May have actually touched him. Like, see how close that was?
They were close, you were right.
Few things him and his team iLake Motorsports can do here with their 2 cars running in net 2nd and 4th, I believe it is at the moment. Still got to wait and see how much of a gap the leaders can maintain for their pit stop, of course. But it does seem like these guys have some... Oh, running in sidewall there.
So there was Adams making a mistake, taking himself out of the lead of this group here, getting into the wall with the right-hand side of the car. Seems like he's gotten away with that relatively okay, which is quite lucky for a street circuit. And he would just try and reset and get back towards him, but he's obviously just lost a little bit to Dyson already 6/10 lost to the 000 in front. But Adams, that mistake will be very costly for him as we see a dive into the pits there for Benson. I think Baldwin's also gone into the pits. Zamora into the pits as well. So Walker now your leader on track. Brookfield in 2nd, Leach into 3rd. He's up 8 positions. And De Klerk now up 10 into 4th, and they still have to take their pit stop, do all of the top 4. Now Baldwin, Benson and Zamora in the boxes, and we see the main group that has already had their pit stop. So we'll see where they compare to the others who are already coming out as we head towards a replay here of Pete Madsen. This is through turns 10. Now into the hairpin of 11, and it would just run it very wide. It's going to get the wall there, just very slightly touch the tyre barrier on the exit, and we can see now this battle that is of at least Benson. He's got himself in between Dyson and Adams. He's in 9th position here, and Baldwin is in 6th, and he is the overall leader of everyone who's done a pit stop.
It should be quite crucial for Hen to try and make a move here, get into the lead of this group at least, try and dictate the pace. We have seen that Dyson has almost matched his best race lap from race 1, so his pace has gone absolutely nowhere, still carrying that fiery form.
So the speed of Dyson here is a 30.4. As his best lap. His last lap was a 30.9. What was his best lap in race 1, Harrison?
He had a 30.39, I believe it was.
Very close to matching that, and that was probably done in the clean air when he loosely had that, or when he was sort of behind the group in the early stages. But I don't think that was done in the last couple of laps. Dyson now looking to just potentially show the nose and apply some pressure in front. But Baldwin now is the group leader. Thought he got close to the wall there as he runs through the roundabout here. That group is really stacked up in behind. It could get spicy in a few laps, depending how they all cope with it. But they've really nose to tail here at this point. And it's not a circuit, and the street circuit's not where you really want to be close like this. And now in through the left-hander of 6, up towards now, sorry, that kink there on the exit is actually 7, now in through 8, and Dyson will squeeze his way through onto the back straight, and that is 2 moves up there for Dyson. He's past Hen, who's gone wide. Baldwin still leads us. Dyson now, he'll be trying to look for a quick move on Baldwin. As soon as he can, he will have that clean air in front of him. He'll be trying to punch away from this group. Hen will need to be quick as well, but Hen did not need to have that mistake where he's just gone wide and allowed Dyson to squeeze on in. But Dyson now up, and actually, so we can see Leach has a meatball. He's in 3rd, Leach with a meatball. So what's happened with Leachy, if we can catch that? We can see a black flag for de Klerk as well. He's down in 14th position. But Leach has a meatball, and he's in 3rd place. So that'll be really ruining for him. He's really dropping out of the time of the front. It's now 11 seconds. I think he's just pulled over. Oh, Baldwin's gone into the wall. Baldwin's backed it into the wall as we get a little bit crazy here. This is what I was saying might happen, but Baldwin, he's gotten away with that okay, but he's backed it into the wall there. Did he get an assist from that one?
He's definitely got an assist for that one. Dyson got over the radio saying sorry straight away. Dyson's giving him a good old nudge in the rear. I think he's got away with damage, but this could unravel his race with a big penalty coming his way.
So we'll see here on the replays, we now turn into 4, and Dyson just right on the tail. He was right up the rear wing, and he just could not see the corner. I think he was just blindsided by the back end of the BMW there, and unfortunately he sent Baldwin around into the wall. He's bounced off it nicely. He's still in 7th here, just a couple of cars behind, but like you said there, Harrison, Dyson might have a costly penalty coming towards him, as he's now trying to drag race Hen down the main straight, down East Shoreline Drive towards turn 1. This is the drag race for the net leaders, and Dyson will be on the outside towards 1 as we come towards the brake zone. Is Hen going to hold his line? Is he going to hold it? Affirmative. We'll turn in. Oh, Dyson will miss the barrier on the left, and he'll get the position. Hen not able to fight that one, but maybe he knows that Dyson will have a penalty coming his way, and he's just not going to get busy and involved in that one. Still unsure as to why Leach has that meatball.
Went back and looked at it. Looks like he's just run deep at T1 and run into the barrier, and then tried to limp it around and gone into the barrier again and towed.
So that's unfortunate for Leachy. He does have the car fixed and is back out on circuit now. So thanks for having a look at that in the background. As we can now see, this was his tow back to the pits.
There.
So that car's already well done, and this is that extra mistake you were mentioning there, Harrison, where he was trying to just coast it back around to the pits, where he's then just gone into the wall. Wakefield's got a meatball down in 16th. So a couple of meatballs happening towards this midpoint of the race. Redress the position, don't just say sorry. So that is a bit of a cost for Dyson to redress it. He ultimately he could. I'm not sure how that'll still go down for the penalty overall, because I've seen in, and I'm not necessarily saying here in GSRC, but other forms of motorsport where a driver will redress the incident, but still get penalised for it. So sometimes you are better off just continue driving and just cop the penalty later. But I do definitely get what you mean. It's harder when it's a street circuit and that driver you've sort of just sent is, a few positions down and you're fighting for the championship. But I get it. I mean, I gave up position, or many positions at GT1 at Watkins on Friday in GSRC when I accidentally took out Adam Laves in the boot section. I hit him and just stomped on the brakes, pulled off to the side of the circuit, stomped on the brakes, let him go through. But I dropped a good 7 or 8 positions in that moment. So I get where you're coming through with that comment there, but here we can see a 10-second penalty for Dyson for getting that rear contact with Baldwin. But Harrison, do you sort of loosely get what I mean there by sometimes you're just better off going forward?
Oh, I fully understand. We see it very often in real life motorsports where those sort of incidents will happen, and just like in this case where the pack was so close, you're losing too many positions in too crucial of a spot or time in the race where he clearly has so much more pace. While a 10-second penalty is going to cost him a lot, I don't think it'll be the end of the world. He should be able to salvage something decent out of this.
We'll see if he can still salvage something from this race, but 10 seconds to try and pull over the rest of the field in any way is definitely a battle and a half he now has on his hands. So I doubt, and I feel very strong-heartedly in saying this, I doubt he's going to come away with a win in race 2. Still Walker leading the way from Brookfield in second, and there is a 32-second gap between Dyson and Brookfield. So you add the 6 seconds for Walker, and that's a 38-second gap. I'm not sure how long the trundle down pit lane is, but Walker, he might be keeping himself in some loose contention here.
May well be able to. He did have good pace. He was in that leading pack when everyone else pit around him. So we'll just have to see if he's able to maintain some of that and try to get that gap or keep it as big as possible. And of course, with Dyson's penalty, we'll just have to see what the gaps are for him to gain positions at the end of the race.
It'll be a good race, a great race, sorry, if Walker can come through and take this one for a win. He's really pushing it here on this lap. I noticed through turn 4 he got close to the wall. Just there on the exit of 5 he got slightly into the wall, and now we'll see if he's going to pit at the end of this lap. This sort of looks like he's really just trying to send it on this lap and just make sure he has a good in-lap, but it just could be how he's driving at the moment. His last lap was a 1:30.6, which, mind you, is only 0.2 slower than Dyson's PB of the race. So some really good pace here by Walker. That last lap was actually his best lap of the race so far, as he now comes through and catching up to some of the back markers that in front of him is Greg Heaney there. Sorry, you can see on the bottom right, that's Heaney in front of him. Sorry, what were you going to say there, Harrison?
I was just going to say Walker nearly matching his times. He was a little bit off through his sector 1 on his best lap. And again, a little bit off in sector 2, but he's not too far off from what he needs to be doing to maximise this.
And you can see Brookfield's also gone into the pits out of second place, so he had that 30-odd second gap towards Dyson, so that'll immediately be able to give us an insight on whether Walker has an upper hand in this race or not. Brookfield has exited his pit stop at 5.6. Dyson was 7.5 when he done his stop. And where will Brookfield come out? You can see the track map on the top right. There's Brookfield on the left. Dyson is going to pip him, but he's not going to be 6 seconds clear, so he is going to have to pop out behind Walker at this stage. It's I think it was at 31 seconds that Brookfield was over Dyson, and he's now 2 seconds behind, so Walker and Dyson will be very close at this 37-second gap. But I think if Walker pits at least now, he should just come out in front, and that'll keep him clear with Dyson's then 10-second penalty weighing over him. Now we can see Walker, he does dive into the pits there onto the, or off of the left side of your screen, and now there is a 37-second wait until Dyson will come around and potentially take the lead, but I don't think he's going to get the lead here, Harrison.
I think Walker's driven this perfectly and played it really well strategically, getting people to pit in front of him and just using the clean air to his advantage. Looks like he is going to go out in front. We'll just have to wait until Dyson comes down this pit straight to confirm it, but it's looking good.
It's looking very good for Walker at this point in time. Already out of the box, he was 5.2. Only stationary. Now pit limiter off, foot to the floor. Dyson is coming, but I don't think he is close enough, and no way is he close enough. You can see on the track map, Dyson is the purple 000, and you can see the highlighted car, the green circle, is what we are watching now of Walker, and that gap is 5 seconds. So Walker has absolutely done the field over, pitting at the end of the race. Dyson pitting on lap 1 could not make it work. Hen pitting on lap 2 could not make it work, and neither could anyone else pitting throughout all of the race with any of their moments of clean air. Here's a replay of Philip Worley. What's this mistake? Just very deep at turn 1. Yes, very deep at turn 1. And he'll have to find the reverse gear and take it back out on track. Wakefield's still driving around, I think, with... No, sorry, he's in the pits with that meatball. He's been in the pits now for 7 minutes, so I think that was a very substantial meatball for Mr. Wakefield in the LCR Esports car. So unfortunate for him, as we see Adam Laves now trying to battle for 7th place. King in behind, he's got no front bumper on that car, and Baldwin is in front in 7th place. As we are closing it up here, there's what, a minute 30 left on the timer. Walker's already gone over the line, so that'll be 2 laps to go here. Next time around for the leader will be the last lap, I think.
Yeah, looking like next time around will be the last lap.
I think he's just pipped it by a couple of seconds, has Walker to the control line, and it will give us a little bit of overtime here in the BMW M Sport Cup. Walker, I think, is on par for his first win of the season here. I think the only winners really this season have been John Merritt and Andrew Dyson. Andrew Dyson obviously now was on the trot of 5 wins with his win just there in
Walker's
heat 1.
not going to be too happy if he resets back to pits with that flashing blinky bill.
Yeah, he doesn't really want that. He is blinking. You do have that. Thank you, Thorn, for saying that. But hopefully that can actually get itself resolved. He's only going to have 1 more lap here. Dyson's still got that 10-second penalty, so if Walker gets thrown out or gets thrown back to pit lane, and Dyson's obviously got that 10 seconds, that'll leave Hen for the win and Brookfield in P2. I'm trying to quickly figure out where Dyson would be, but this is checkered flag, and Walker will make it to the line. He's not going to have to worry about another lap. Apologise for thinking we were going another, but Dylan Walker, Momentum Racing, your winner here in the feature race of the BMW M Sport Cup. That is Dylan Walker on top here at GSRC. That is great to see. Dyson will take it to the line in second place. Unfortunately, a 10-second drop for him will not keep him there. Hen will get promoted up to second. Brookfield over the line in fourth. Benson 5. Bunslow 6. Baldwin 7. Jacob Miller just mentioning that Thorn is blinking. I think we're all blinking, but probably haven't done a lot of blinking in the last 25 minutes while watching this BMW M Sport Cup race. We see these drivers still getting themselves to the line. Are there any battles happening back here? I don't think there are for anyone. No, so we'll see Baldwin now, Haney next over the line. And then in the background a little bit later on, we'll see de Klerk and Heinrich over the line, and that will be position 16 for de Klerk. And now, sorry, I thought that was Heeney's gone over the line. De Klerk now on screen. He'll be getting into the line in 16th position in the DK Racing BMW. He gets to the line after 25 minutes, but Walker, the winner after 25 minutes there. He played that magnificently there. And you see Dyson in second. That 10 seconds will drop him down to 8th position, I believe, or 7th, one or the other. But
he'll be into 7th just.
I think yes, sorry, it will be 7th just 3 tenths clear of Adam Laves then, who was 14.4. So if he was 14.1, he would have just been able to get Dyson, which is really unfortunate for Andrew. He was looking like he was nearly going to make it 6 in a row here in the BMWs. Unfortunately, the run ended at 5. Road America, there was the double there. There was the win at Spa. There was the win at Oran Park, and only the single win here tonight. Unfortunately, he got taken away in the second race, and Dylan Walker was the winner, which was absolutely great to see. And he's just popped himself into the booth. So I'm going to quickly hurry this up because I unfortunately do have V8 Supercars to move to, as I'm racing at Adelaide, and I can't miss that. It's a home race for me. Actually, I've just got to quickly check on iRacing if I can get that session loaded up, or have I missed the entry point? I hope I haven't. I've still got 16 minutes, which is great to see for me. Just can get in time and go do some laps. But Dylan Walker was our winner here in the second race. And starting a little bit deeper, or not deeper in the pack, but not off of the front row. You still had some cars in your way, but obviously you had some of the quick guys like Dyson and Hen dive into the pits at the end of lap 1. I'm not sure if you were aware of that, but you decided to just run it late, and you had a great gap when you decided to pit, and you gave yourself an absolutely fantastic win here at Long Beach. How do you feel?
Yeah, no, thanks, mate. Yeah, I did see them pit early. I was thinking about it to get out of the traffic to try and jump the boys in front, but I figured it wouldn't be too long till you caught sort of the guys towards the tail of the field. So I think it was the lesser of two evils trying to get through the 4 cars in front. And yeah, kind of evidently worked out pretty well because Dyson was quicker in the previous race and in this race as well. But I think the traffic kind of cost him that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was then when everyone else decided to pit, they were still able to just beat Dyson out, because people like Dyson went at the end of lap 1, Hen went at the end of lap 2, and then that just set a couple of people off on lap 3, on lap 4, and so forth. And it didn't give Dyson that time to get the clean air that I think he would have ideally wanted, which probably in the end actually honestly helped you out in getting to the win, because we know that Dyson's pace in these cars is just, unreal. I'm sure you saw it in race 1.
Yeah, exactly. He obviously walked away in that one, so it was good to get the jump on him in this. Shame it wasn't on pace, but yeah, definitely happy with the result still.
Harrison, was there anything you wanted to ask Dylan on his win there in race 2?
Of course. Dylan, just your second round in the series this season, coming off of 4th place at Oran Park. How happy are you to pick up your win in just the second round?
Yeah, pretty pumped. Obviously, only doing 2 rounds, you don't get as much seat time. It's kind of arriving and driving when I can. But yeah, for the amount of practice, definitely happy with the result. Shame that Oran Park didn't really work out either. I got doored a couple of times, and that cost me a few spots. I think I was right on Dyson in that one as well. So good to get him back in this one, I suppose. But yeah, hopefully for the next week out, we can have him on pace instead.
Do you think you're gonna carry on with the rest of the season? Do many more rounds?
That's the plan. Just all kind of comes down to whether I can or not with availability of work and uni as well. So I'm kind of just dropping in when possible, and yeah, it's been working out pretty well so far.
What are you learning at uni?
I'm studying a bachelor's in motorsport, actually, funnily enough. So yeah, it's been helping out with the sim. Obviously, you learn how to set the car up. Learning through a book isn't too great, but actually working on the car and going through the setup stuff is helping immensely. Shame these are fixed setup. Kind of spoils the party a little bit, but yeah, it's been really, really good.
Well, when it's fixed setup, it just means it's up to the driver, and clearly you're showing that you're one hell of a good driver, because you're able to win here, and Oran Park was a 4th place, and you had great pace there as well. So maybe we'll see some more wins of you if over the rest of the season on Wednesday nights if you've got that availability.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'll drop him when I can. Unfortunately, I was planning on doing supercars. I won't be able to. I've got to spot Tom Bewley for Moza Pro tonight, so won't be able to make it tonight for the supercars. Hopefully next week I will. But yeah, no promises.
That's all right. Well, unfortunately, yeah, no promise, but I'll still ask. So, production cars, next week is Lime Rock. You got Suzuka, Canadian Motorsport, and Charlotte. What do you think of those 4?
Pretty wicked. Really, really cool. Motorsport's definitely a highlight. I've just checked the grid. I've got to jump over and spot Bewley. Sorry, boys. I got to run.
Nah, you're fine.
Really appreciate the show you boys put on, and thanks to the stewards as well. Cheers.
Cool, lovely. That's all right. You go run away. I've got to go run away as well and go to supercar racing myself at Adelaide. So thank you and congratulations on your win, Dylan.
Cheers. Thanks, mate. Good luck.
Cheers. See ya. Alrighty. I think I'm going to go hop in for practice. But yeah, that was some really good racing here. A little bit, nearly getting tentative there in race 2 when Baldwin got turned by Dyson. It could have gone a little bit worse, but luckily he bounced off, quite well. Got himself just straight back into the line of the field. But overall, it was a great job by the 20-odd drivers here tonight in the BMW M Sport Cup, which is brought to you by obviously GSRC and some of our sponsors, merch.gsrc.in.com, Waste Options, Trophi.AI, and Disruptive Lab. Sorry, I was reading them off the top of the screen, and you can see Flash Graphics. Actually, they do all of the graphics for us here at GSRC. So a great thank you to all of them. I think we'll probably head to a little break here as we get ready for some supercars. They'll be at Adelaide, the street circuit. They've got sprint racing there as well, and I think Harrison and Brinker will be the lead commentator for that one, and Neely will be running the broadcasting, I believe, as well. So thank you all again. My name has been Jordan Pianazzola, and we'll see you later.
Hello, welcome one and all. We are racing back with the Supercars series, brought to you by Trophi.AI, at the Adelaide Parklands Street Circuit in South Australia. Circuit opened its doors way back when, 1985, to Formula One, hosting it for 11 straight years, before losing it to Melbourne, unfortunately. Lovely circuit though. We'll be bringing you the development split and the elite split of the supercars tonight. And having a look at the standings here, we have Alex Zikas in first place at the moment, coming off a 7th place at the last round. He'll be hoping to bounce back, try and maintain some of his points in the standings. Ryan Nielsen followed up in 2nd, Sean Rigby, Ryan M. Barber, Andy J. Barber, Wade Sheedy, Will M. Buchanan, James Scott, Nathan Mitchell, and Ryan S. Jones rounding out the top 10. Then we have our BMW winner from race 2, Dylan Walker, who won't be able to make the split tonight. Had a little speak to him earlier, unfortunately, sitting in 11th place. Adam Hayne, Sam Cullen, Ross Armour, Andrew Dyson, and Jake Slade rounding out top 16. Further down, we find Jaden Green, Craig Bond, Dominic Buttle, Thomas Wilson, Daniel Yeaman, Mitch Wood, Terry Marsh, Cooper Barnes, Daniel McCronin, Blake Fitz, and Oscar Haynes, rounding out for the top 27 drivers who have competed this season. Now in the development split, we've got Jamie Fleming running in first position at the moment, Jeff Adams, Jordan Pianazzola, Max Carroll, JD Dent for Wild Ride Motorsport, my fellow team. Go on, lad. Daniel Snedden, Adam Lavis, Hayden Watson, Jake Partridge, Jason Tyman, Drew W. Collins, Richard King, Mitchell Noble, Bryce Baker, David Yowney, and Jackson Sofyong. From 20th down, it's Chase McMillan, Tom Pritchard, Callum Maxwell, Colin Bennett, Martin Lipsky, Peter Matson, Matthew Brown, Ho Ong, Callum Julias, I'm going to butcher that one, that's a rough one, Aidan Rankin, Liam Haycock, and Eduardo Zamora. Sitting in quality at the moment, rounding coming up near the end of it. This is our track layout for you, 14 turns at the Adelaide Park Street Circuit. Got a nice 20 degrees, keeping the track temps nice and low. Sitting very, very low near on the sea level, only 60 meters altitude. Got a nice 50 degrees humidity, just some cloudy conditions, and just a breeze coming on through. And I'm joined by Andrew Neal doing the race production for me tonight.
Hey, Harrison, big night of racing ahead.
Yeah, looking forward to it, doing well. Hopefully can keep this racing clean, get some exciting racing. Adelaide does tend to offer up a few big shunts. We saw it in the V's earlier in the season. Had a safety car called by iRacing even. So hopefully we can avoid that one tonight.
Absolutely, a nice tight track. Always going to bring the action, especially when you mix up elite split with the devs. There's not a lot of room for forgiveness, as we just seen there by Jaden Wilcox hitting the wall in his qualifying lap.
Yeah, it's almost no room for forgiveness here. It's just straight barriers and curbs that will send you into the barriers. So not too much room to play with, especially in a supercar, which you're muscling around the whole time. Very physical. Broadcast stretched, says Miller.
You know, the broadcast was stretched, but I've just fixed that up before I noticed that I'd resized the window.
Beautiful. Only the best of the best in the race production here. Right, bringing us to the grid here. Rounding out in first place is Will Buchanan. who has won one round so far this season at round 3 and taken second place in the other 3 he's competed in. Sam Cullen brings up second place on the grid, a whopping 5 or 6 tenths even behind Will there. Got Alice Zickas, Adam Hayne, Ryan Barber, Ryan Nielsen, Glenn Morris, Jake Slade, Thomas Wilson, and Ross Armour rounding out the top 10.
Oh, sorry.
All good. In P11 we have Andy Barber, Daniel Snadden, Jamie Fleming, Chase McMillan, Hayden Watson, Max Carroll, Sean Rigby, Adam Haycock, Jaden Wilcox, and Wade Sheedy in 20th. 21st place we have Jackson Sufong. 22nd is Bryce Baker, Drew W. Collins, Jack Dent, Mitchell Noble, Callum Maxwell, Jake Partridge, Richard King, Jordan Pianazzola, and David Yowney in P30. Got about 30 seconds to the green flag here if everyone takes their time greeting up. Hopefully we make it through all clean in this initial first lap here. Interesting what Will can do with that 6/10 gap in quali, absolutely smashing the field. Turn 1 is going to be absolutely crucial here. The dangerous tyre wall and easy slowdown could potentially bring some people's races to a head. About 10 seconds to the green flag here. Revs running high. Lights are on. And we go here at Adelaide. Beautiful start by Will Buchanan. Equally matched by second place with Sam Cullen. Just able to pull alongside Will going in, taking the lead through T1, coming out cleanly. Looked all clean behind. Didn't see too much carnage. Don't think anyone stored off the line either. Will maintaining his lead off the start. Sam falling down a few spots. Ooh, got a bit going on in the background. Saw someone off into the wall. Not too sure who that was. Yellow flags out around the step section. Still running mostly cleanly throughout the field, it seems. Quite spread up though, so I might be mistaken in thinking that. Ryan Nielsen getting himself up into third place, up 3 positions. Pulling a little bit off second place already though. Gap is already very splintered between the field. Not seeing any meatball flags at the moment. Hopefully that rings true. Got a couple of slowdowns or black flags. Possible jump starts there. Both Adam Hayne and Ryan Nielsen actually getting great starts. Gaining a few spots, up 2 for Adam Hayne and 3 for Nielsen. On to lap 2 here. Will Buchanan still leads. Oh, we actually have a safety car. Something must have gone horrendously wrong then. I'm completely mistaken. Oh, locking up nearly into the wall, catching the safety car queue there. Maybe Barber potentially. Looked about.
We've got a few to go back to have a look at. This is on board with Jaden Wilcox.
Oh,
there we go, off the start. Absolute chaos.
Absolute con. Jaden Wilcox there, you see him focus in the middle of the screen, getting caught up right in the middle of that, facing backwards even. Wow. So I imagine that this is just like what the V's had, with the safety car being called by iRacing itself potentially. I didn't see, can't tell if we had many meatballs though. Did we get away too many meatballs? Oh, powering straight through. Oof. That is a really unfortunate. There's not much you can do there. Not much at all. On board with Sean Rigby. Yeah, you can hear he's out of the throttle. Just getting pushed through. Nothing else to be done. Safety car called by race control. Thank you for clarifying that, Thorn.
Just absolute chaos.
Yeah, this is a well-needed race control for sure. Race control intervention. Now we've just got to wait and see how many laps this is going to go for, of course. I don't believe we will have any pit stops in this first race. So it's going to be flat out to the end after the safety car, seeing if Will, hoping that he'll be able to maintain his P1. And we don't think we will have too much worry about reaching the time limit either. The safety car shouldn't go on for too long. Lights are still on, so we are going at least one more lap. Now have a look down in the field for our biggest mover at the moment. Seeing a +8, +9, +15 with Martin Lipsky down in, what is that, 21st, moving up. I believe he's just pit actually, never mind. He's going to be losing all those positions straight away again. And looks like Jordan Pianazzola, my commentary partner for the BMWs, has actually got through the field all right into 20th place as well.
Now, interestingly, I'm just looking at the timing tower there. It doesn't seem that it's separating out classes for some reason. So Elite and the Dev split, they're all kept in together for some reason. See if I can get to the bottom of why that is so we can get some understanding of which cars are where.
Yes, now at the moment I can quickly have a look. I believe it is Daniel Snedden in, what, P11 at the moment? Yes, P11. I believe he is the development split leader, with his closest contender 2 positions behind him, with Adam Maverick and Chase McMillan in 3rd. And of course, the overall leaders are all elite at the moment for the top 10, sorry. Just trying to see here, do we have lights out on the safety car? I believe we do. So we will be going racing this lap. Prepare for chaos to ensue once again, everybody.
They do say that safety cars breed safety cars.
Definitely do say safety cars breed safety cars, and we've seen that numerous times in real life, ridiculous amounts of times. And even in the Vs, not too long ago, had some chaotic starts coming off of the safety cars. Coming out of the racecourse section now, Will Buchanan waiting for the safety car to peel off. He would choose his moment to hit the throttle and get going. 2 races tonight, that is, Miller. We'll have a slightly longer feature race for the second one. Coming out of the last turn now. Will Buchanan hits the throttle straight away and he leads the field back to green. With 8 laps remaining. Everyone just about avoiding a slowdown so far through turn 1 and 2. Through Wakefield Corner, onto East Terrace Street. Into turn 5, coming onto Flinders Street. Looks like we have some slowdowns low down the field. Potentially all in a row there. Got a little bit hectic. We're watching Jake Partridge here. Still carrying that slowdown. He's got to get rid of that soon. Oh, carrying heavy front end damage. I imagine, oh, big wreck coming on to turn 7 onto the back straight. There's Jake Partridge and Ross Armour involved in that, and one other car had clipped them. It didn't quite see. Oh, another one in the hairpin. It's all kicking off in the safety car restart. Safety cars do breed safety cars. We confirmed that tonight. We haven't brought out one yet, but it is all kicking off. I'm just trying to catch what car that was backwards at the hairpin. I think that was Ryan Nielsen, the 297 car. He would have been out of the top 5, I believe. Oh yes, it is. It was in fact Ryan Nielsen. Try and get a better angle of that, I imagine. Here we go. Well, someone was into turn 8 wall there. Third place, Ryan Nielsen, you picture that. Oh, and that's
Well, you
too
got a little
deep.
helping hand there.
Definitely got a bit of a helping hand. I believe that would be Alex Zikas, who is currently in P3. Yeah, it was. I imagine, I'm no race control, but I imagine he's going to be having something come his way. Oh, maybe it's Sam Cullen by mistake. One of the two at least. I imagine he's going to be having some sort of repercussion coming his way later in this race. Cannon absolutely storming away from the field at the moment, seeing the fastest lap last time by. Of course, safety car restart lap makes sense. Thomas Wilson running up in 6th here. He's battling it with Ryan Barber for Gremlin Motorsports. Not sure of the handle there for Sixon Racing, but hopefully you can get back to it. Oh, Terry Marsh. I'm too young in the GSRC area to know enough names, to be fair. Oh, Thomas Wilson getting really squirrely coming out of turn 4 there. Back on board Anaheim, who's trying to maintain the gap to Will Buchanan. Alex Zikas still running in 3rd place, with Sam Cullen in 4th. Hot on the tails is Sam Cullen of Alex Zikas here. Make it through cleanly through turn 8. Who we imported? Jordan Pianazzola. Oh, he's sending himself around. Just caught the curb, gone throttle, he's sending himself around. That was unfortunate. He'd got himself up into the top 20 with the safety car restart, and I imagine he's fallen back down quite a considerable raise, back down to 27th. Very unfortunate. Now, try and get you your development split leader. I believe it is still Daniel Snadden. It is so. All the way up in P10, so he's gained 1 or 2 spots off that safety car restart. And there's still a 1-car buffer from him back to the next 3 development split drivers. As we saw Slade getting through on Cullen in the background there. Will Buchanan continuing to set fastest laps, doing 20.4 last time round. Way faster than P2, over a second quicker with a 21.4 for Adam Hayne. Oh, it's co-driver, of course. Jeff Adams trying to put a move on to, who is this, Hayden Watson here? Not quite getting up the inside enough. Sean Rigby trying to show himself into turn 8. This is going to be frisky if they don't back out, and he does so. Oh, Jeff Adams still into the wall. Just a glancing blow. I imagine he'll get away with some of it. Oh, he's been drilled. Absolutely drilled by Wilcox. Oh, another one going into the wall. Who was that? Once again, turn 9, catching everybody out.
That was Jordan Pianazzola.
Oh, Jordan
should come
Pianazzola
back into the booth.
Yeah, he got himself back in the booth. The second incident of the race, he spun himself out. Now he's crashing at the hairpin. He may well have got a helping hand there, because he did go around at quite a considerable rate of speed. Have to try and catch a replay of all that action there. Hearing a lot of calls get pulled into race control here. Oh, he's been absolutely drilled by Martin Lipsky. Absolutely drilled. Once again, I think we're going to be seeing some action taken.
That one will be hefty.
Oh, is that Jeff Adams off again? I think that is. Yes, it is. Jeff Adams has another incident at Wakefield Corner. having a really rough lap and a half here, Jeff Adams. Has he got some help? He has, so that was a bit of a weird
interesting
one.
to see how the stewards look at that. Was there overlap?
Yeah, Stewart's getting a lot of work in this race. Back on board with Alex Zikas here for the battle for P3. P2 pulling away a bit with P1 just extending his gap massively. Come through turn 7 and run onto the back straight. Still flying formation for these 3rd down to 5th. Gap is being pulled out to 6th place now. Field separating out a bit. We just have this pack and then one further down, which is really the only considerable battles going on at the moment. Of course, we still have a potential penalty looming over the head of Alex Zikas, which I haven't seen come through yet. Oh, gone. Sam Cullen, fun round. Coming out of the racecourse section, Sam Cullen has spun himself around out of turn 11. Have to see if he can get himself going. Bit of a dodgy spot to try and get spun around. Looks like he has on the relative there, on the standings. He's fallen from 5th place all the way down to 10th now. Lost considerable ground there. Yes, we can confirm that this is Sam Cullen back going again. Wearing a beautiful SpongeBob helmet. Oh, he's absolutely clobbered the inside tyre wall, but it's fixed itself. Bit of irising that code, it seems, on our part. Interesting to see if we can gain back a few spots. Driver behind him is slow down as well. Of course, these leading packs, Supercars tends to have drivers a little bit spread out in terms of skill and the pace. It's such a hard car to wrap your head around for many. So those who do tend to get that little bit of a gap, and Will Buchanan is showing that here. With Sam Cullen running up in 5th place before his incident. Hopefully he can try and gain some back. Oh, pushing the limits there, Sam Cullen. Diving down the inside into turn 9. Oh, too wide. Coming onto straight. Very wide there. That was from Max Carroll, I believe. Hayden Watson just coming through the inside of him. Been all clean through turn 8. Yes, beautiful. Oh, back down the inside comes Sean Rigby. He's there. Rubbing his racing, boys. Come on. Giving us some good action here. I believe we're on the last lap now as well for Will Buchanan. He is taking the white flag. That he will be. Coming down Bartels Road. Into turn 8 next up. Onto the now considerably shorter than it used to be Brabham Straight. The scene of many legendary moments, including Nigel Mansell's 1986 World Championship deraveling. Through turn 9, coming into the racecourse section, turn 11, or 10, 11 and 12. He has absolutely stomped the field in this race. In just the 12 laps that we've had, he's pulled out a 7-second gap with a safety car even. Will Buchanan rounding the final corner to win the first race of the 2 at Adelaide here. Absolutely beautiful job by Will Buchanan. Adam Hayne will be coming in a good 2nd place. Oh, battle is on for 3rd. Alex Zikas will be holding it. Oh, he's sideways. Jake Slade holding on to 4th, with Thomas Wilson taking 5th after that contact with Slade there. Got Barber in 6th. Morris 7th. Another Barber in 8th. Sam Cullen got back to 9th place from that drop down to 10th. Nielsen in 11th, sorry. McMillan 12th. Maverick 13th. Collins 14th. Sheedy 15th. We are now watching the battle for P19 of all positions. It's parked on the exit. Looks like he's going to hold on to it. Hayden Watson holding on to 19th. Coming 20th, Maxwell. Oh, not Maxwell, sorry. Sean Rigby. Carroll 21st. Wilcox 22nd. Jordan Pianazzola over the line for 24th after his few spins. David Uni, this is a more than damaged car. This shouldn't be on track, but he's dragging around to get it to the end. Well done, David Uni. Now RC is going to be getting it through overtime work here. They're going to be using the short warm-up session to great effect, going back and looking at some incidents. Getting ready for race 2 though. You can see on the standings here, it was Will Buchanan taking a 7-second win over Adam Haid, followed by Alan Zickas, Jake Slade, Thomas Wilson, Ryan Barber, Glenn Morris, Andy Barber, Sam Cullen, Daniel Snadden, Ryan Nielsen, Chase McMillan, Adam Maverick, Drew Collins, and Wade Sheedy for your top 15, with Jackson Sufong, Mitchell Noble, Bryce Baker, Hayden Watson, and Sean Rigby rounding out your top 20, 52 seconds behind the leader. For the bottom half of the field now, it is Max Carroll, Jaden Wilcox, Callum Maxwell, Jordan Pianazzola, who should probably come back to the commentary box after that performance. Good props to him continuing on. Jake Partridge, Richard King, Joe Del Rosa, David Uni, Ross Armour, Jack Dent for Wild Ride Motorsports. Bit sad there, seeing him all the way down. Jamie Fleming, Jeff Adams, Martin Lipsky, James Scott, Pete Madison, Dylan Walker, Oscar Haynes, and Tom Pritchard rounding out your field. We did see, I believe it was 7 or 8 cars not make it to the end here of that first race. Bit unfortunate. Now, Mr. Andrew Neal, what are your thoughts on that first race? All the carnage that ensued.
It was always going to bring some carnage. Pretty good racing though. Ended up being quite clean. Yeah, it was impressive. I mean, Buchanan, he's just a masterclass every time he gets in one of these machines. It'll be interesting to see how the top 10 reverse grid go for the start of the second race.
Indeed, and we did see in the M2s earlier on in the stream that top 10 reversal really unraveled the race for Andrew Dyson in that one, as we had faster drivers trying to come back through the field. Such a hard thing to do. As soon as you go out there, win a race, and you have to start back in 10th with these slow drivers in front of you, especially with the pace that Will Buchanan showed, putting that much margin on the field. Going to have to be really careful here to make it through the field cleanly, because he definitely has shown that he has the pace to go for the win again. Your grid for the second race here at Adelaide Street Circuit. We have Daniel Snedden on the reverse grid pole, followed by Sam Cullen from his incident to second place with the reverse grid. Andy Barber, Glenn Morris, Ryan Barber, Thomas Wilson, Jake Slade, Alex Zickas, Adam Hain, and Will Buchanan rounding out your top 10. In 11th and 12th, we have Ryan Nielsen, Chase McMillan rounding out for the 6th row of the grid, followed by Adam Maverick, Drew Collins, Wade Sheedy, Jackson Sufong, Mitchell Noble, Bryce Baker, Hayden Watson, and Sean Rigby for the top 20. 21st, we have Max Carroll, followed by Jaden Wilcox, Callum Maxwell, Jordan Pianazzola, Jake Partridge, Richard King, Joe Della Rosa, David Yowney, Ross Armour, and Jack Dent for top 30. You can hear the engines revving. We have the lights on, and we go once again at the Adelaide Street Circuit. Amazing start from Sam Cullen there, from second on the grid. Falling down the field was Daniel Snadden on that reverse grid pole. So far clean, what I could see through turn 1 and 2, unlike we had last time. Sam Cullen leading the grid into turn 4 and 5 here. Glenn Morris getting a good start, up a couple spots into second place. Andy Barber maintaining his third at the moment. Thomas Wilson up in 4th as well, he's gained a couple. And Will Buchanan already up 2 places off the start. Great start from him. Daniel Snadden is all the way back down into 13th now and continuing to drop. From pole down to 13th. Oh, it's getting quite hectic in the background there. Need to sort it out, boys. Going to turn 8, side by side potentially. Big dive on the brakes. Blocked off by Andy Barber. Thomas Wilson potentially a little bit too optimistic there into turn 9. Still lots of pressure throughout the field. First lap, field is not spread at all. Have to wait. See come over the line. How many cars is that in line? I believe it's the top 9 we have with Will Buchanan up into 7th place already. He is making some great ground for the Adelaide Street Circuit. Oh, looks like we had someone going around the background there. Couldn't quite see. May have saved it. Potentially just a half spin for Mitchell Noble. Saw him drop a couple spots. Oh, getting a bit close here. Bumper to bumper stuff. Oh, heavy dive into turn 5 now. Still side by side. Oh, still rubbing up against the wall there as well. Will Buchanan up in 6th place, by the way. Doing an absolutely monstrous job. Oh, who's that pulling over? Someone must have had a slowdown there. That looked like Andy Barber. Losing 2 places because of his slowdown, putting Will Buchanan up into 5th place, which is now looking like it's going to be 4th, since I don't imagine anyone wants to battle him. It's just too quick.
It's easy to give up a bit of space, let him go down the outside, and consolidate your own position, and keep fighting in the battle that you're there for.
Of course, try and follow along the faster driver, try and gain a little bit of time, learn some of those lines mid-race, potentially pick yourself up a few tenths. Never know. Further down the field, looking like our biggest mover at the moment is tied between Jaden Wilcox and Jack Dent, and they are P12 and P20 respectively. Oh, side by side, locking up into the final turn goes Max Carroll, being overtaken by, I believe it's Bryce Baker. Battle for 2nd. Up the inside goes Thomas Wilson. Great move. Hasn't finished yet. Defending into turn 6. Now into 7. Glenn Morris sitting right on his bumper still, with Will Buchanan breathing down the neck of both of them. Sam Cullen doing a great job to try and run away from the field while he has the chance to get that gap out on Will Buchanan. I imagine we're going to see another move lined up from Will Buchanan here, down the inside into turn 9. Meeting the apex nicely. Lovely move. Room left by both of them. Still up the inside, trying to hold it, and he backs out. Well done, Will Buchanan, up into 3rd. Beautiful racing. Sure, Revolution Racing are watching on, seeing Sam Cullen's performance at the moment. Just got that gap out to 3.5 seconds to Thomas in P2. But I imagine that's going to come down as soon as Will gets through. You can see him breathing down neck in the background there. And Will is through now into P2. The hunt has begun for him. He has 17 laps to get into this P1. Revolution Racing saying we sure are. Proud of the boy out in P1. Sam Cullen doing a great job. At least we haven't had a safety car called this time round. It's been much cleaner. Just a few little incidents. See on your mini-map in the top right of your screen there. Oh, big moves in the background. Wow. Just gonna say, you can see... Oh, Sam Cullen in the wall. That is a horrible spot to hit the wall. That may knock out his rear right toe. This could be a huge thorn in the side of Sam Cullen's push for a podium here. Do we see it crabbing down the straight? I can't quite tell. I didn't see anything initially. He might get away lucky there. There you can see on the little graph there how much Will Buchanan has closed that gap already. As soon as he's got through, that gap didn't even get out to 5 seconds to him. It's already under 3 seconds. Oh, someone going around in front of the leaders here. Can hear it up front. Jason Safong, I imagine, has had a spin. Here was the action to turn 9 last time round. Was there any contact? Yes, there was. Car round, I believe that's Alex Zikas again, who's involved in a turn 9 incident earlier in the race. Earlier in the first race, sorry. Once again, down inside again is Alex Zikas. More rubbing. Seems to be finding the doors of every driver at the moment into turn 9. Not quite clear into turn 11. We're watching it, Jackson so far. This was a spin in front of the leaders. Oh, just locked the rears, I imagine. Straight round. It's done good to get that going before the leaders have had to come through. Alex Zikas did not, in fact, get that position. But Morris fought back. Sam Collins still holds the fastest lap of the race in P1, with Buchanan, although Buchanan did go for 6 cents faster than last time. Oh, Zikas pushing him wide into the wall. That was Glenn Morris going to tie wall there. Might need to get a look at that with the race control. If there was enough overlap. Zikas has given up the position. He has given up both the positions there. Hopefully they've both escaped scot-free in terms of damage. So out of all that, Glenn Morris just being a bit wide there into turn 8, rubbing the wall. Glenn Morris being able to hold on to P6 last couple laps from the relentless push from behind with Andy Barber and Alex Zikas. We'll be kind of getting this gap down to P1 to 1.1 seconds now. Absolutely flying out there. Let's have a look at the lap times last time round. Sam Cullen does a 22.3, Buchanan a 21.1. 0.02 of a second off the fastest lap, which is held by Cullen at the moment with a 21.13. So Buchanan's absolutely flying out there as his tyres get more and more used. Now, Andrew Neal, how many laps do you think Cullen is going to be a hold off Buchanan here? Because it seems inevitable that this man's going to come through.
Definitely inevitable. He's closed nearly 3 seconds in 2 laps, so it'll be interesting to see. He'll be making that Chev as wide as possible through the corners. Try and hold Buchanan behind him where he can.
Oh, he's clipping the wall there. You can see how hard he's pushing, running out all the way to turn 8 wall. Cullen really wants to hold on to this. Although with 13 laps to go at the end of this one, it seems like there's just too much time for Will to be able to gain these positions back. Or gain this P1 spot back specifically. Update on the biggest mover at the moment, down in P15, Jamie Fleming with gaining 16 positions, and the biggest faller at the moment, Adam Hayne, down 21 in 30th spot, and he is currently in the pits. He's been in the pits for a minute 30. Here is Jamie Fleming on the screen, actually losing one of those 16 positions he's gained. Back down into P15, and that looks like is Ryan Nielsen gaining that spot back on him. Your pole starter for this race, Daniel Snedden is down into P8 as well. Was gained back a few spots from that horror start. And is this Sam Cullen just letting Will go? It is. So Sam Cullen has let Will Buchanan go. It is probably the smartest decision. Can't really do too much to fight him off. He is that much quicker. He's putting best part of a second a lap into most people in the field at the moment, so not holding back that sort of lap time. Leader of Dev at the moment. We will Unfortunately, we don't have that up on the screen. I'll try and figure that out for you now. Leader and
There's
Dev
actually
looks
been
to...
something a bit weird going on with the classes. They're not showing up within SDK.
Oh, sorry about that. Just not able to get them up at the moment on the timing tower, but I can tell you that I believe it is Daniel Snedden running in P8 at the moment, is leading the Dev class, with Jaden Wilcox in P2 and P9 just up behind him, and P3 in the Dev is Adam Maverick sitting in P11 overall. So those three going quite well at the moment. Is that Ryan Barber falling down the field? Has there been a few cars dropping down now? Has there been some sort of incident behind?
There's a few in the pits.
It's...
The Barber's in the pits, Zekas is in the pits.
Yeah, it's Zikas, Barber and Sean Rigby, I believe, are the cars dropping down at the moment. See Semcon once again pushing the limits. Like to try and get a rip on that because they've all dropped right down.
Yeah, they were all pitting.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
It's my mistake. So they, I believe, are the first of the top 10 runners to take their pit stop, potentially just try and get out of traffic, out of battles.
They will be. Earliest into the pits was Jake Slade. Then Jake Slade and Max Carroll.
Rapid 14th
Also
at the
Maxwell
moment.
went in on lap 6.
Yeah, sorry, I missed all the pit stops, missing the information.
Yeah, so Jake Slade went in on lap 7. Maxwell lap 6, and then a bunch of them on lap 8.
We've had someone go around at turn 9, as we see Morris, Wilcox, Maverick, and Wade Sheedy all into the pits on this lap 10, or end of lap 9 it would be. Will Buchanan, Sam Cullen, Thomas Wilson, Daniel Snedden still running out front strong. Or locking up into the pits there. Now, Zikas back up into P9 after his pit stop. Looks like he has jumped Glenn Morris. So that's worked. Oh, big crash in the background. Big incident in the background. That looks like Joe De La Rosa potentially. Couldn't quite catch it. No. Maybe not. Can't quite see. Well, wasn't able to see the livery in time. Wasn't able to catch any of it. Backwards too quickly. Oh, backwards goes Glenn Morris. He tags the wall and back straight. Who was that? Jordan Piazzolla trying to get back through potentially? No. Who was... I missed who was trying to overtake him. That was Ryan Barber trying to come on through. Looked a little bit opportunistic. We did catch it late. But stewards once again getting more reports to their room to look into. Ryan Barber will be quite annoyed with himself for that, having just pit, needing that time. Will Buchanan, Sam Cullen, Thomas Wilson go round once again. Still awaiting their pit stop. They're the, I believe, some of the only 3 left to pit. Zikas getting himself back up into 7th place. The potential for more depending on where Wilson comes out. Although many potential penalties looming over the heads for not only Zikas but many people. I think I've lost count of how many incidents we've seen in turn 9 alone this race. It's nearly onto both hands counting, I think.
Was always going to be a spicy one.
Of course. People getting very desperate. It's one of the really one of the only proper overtaking opportunities here. Jaden Wilcox potentially, or Jordan Piazzolla running very wide in turn 8, clipping the wall. Out wide once again out of the exit turn 9. Glenn Morris is hounding the back of Daniel Snedden here, having lost those positions with his incident with Ryan Barber. Oh, someone's front splitter was on the ground there. There's just been another incident coming out of the race course. There's Jordan Pianzola coming to pits. Jaden Wilcox going by him. Will Buchanan, Cullen and Wilson go around once again. They're still awaiting that pit stop. Gone longer, but from Jake Slay by, what's that, 6 laps now? I imagine most of these cars will have some sort of battle scars on them. Wilcox looking impressively clean with his car, actually. One of the cleanest seen so far. Just to confirm for you guys at home, not able to see on the timing towers. Currently, I believe it is Jamie Fleming who has got himself up into P1 of the dev class. I'm not too sure if he's taken his pit stop. Let me have a quick look. I don't believe he has, so that is a provisional P1 with Drew Collins as well. So Daniel Snedden is still leading the dev class. Net lead, that is. Jaden Wilcox running in a strong, I believe, P2 now. Maintaining his P2 overall to Daniel Snedden in the dev class. This is on your screen now. Did you see a penalty for Sam Cullen, is that? Has he got a pit speeding penalty? That is going to throw his race out the window. This is the worst track to get any sort of pit lane penalty. It's such a slow pit lane. And of course, you're not wanting to do 2 pit stops here anyway. Imagine that may just be a drive-through for him. As we have Jacob Miller, Mr. YouTube, joining us in the box at the moment. Might get to him in just a moment. Sutton still running in a strong P8, which with positions I assume will be coming his way due to the penalty of Sam Cullen and the pit stops of Collins and Fleming. As we see, Will Buchanan finally make his pit stop. And he comes out into P2 with Wilson continuing on for another lap. Wilson going the furthest out of anyone so far. Or aside from the couple dev class cars are still waiting. Smoke coming into turn 4. Kind of coming onto Flinders Street now. As he has the car of Ross Armour in front of him, missing his splitter. Now, Jacob Miller, you happy to have a bit of a chat with me? You see you come into the box, imagine you got some things to say about some teammates potentially?
Well, you need your push to talk, Jacob.
Oh, yes, push to talk, I was going to say.
I think I might have my mic turned off. Can you hear me now, boys?
Yeah, there we go, we got you.
Perfect. Well, I've been invited into the commentary booth, and I thought I can't say no. If you're invited as a guest, you got to come along, and it's been a very exciting race so far.
Of course. And do you have any teammates running in this?
Oh, I think we had Noble, but I think he's out right now.
Yeah, I would say Richard Noble is definitely out. He's a few. Oh, he's not out. He's back on track. He's just a few laps down, but out the running for any meaningful spots at the moment. He's outside the top 30. Now, I want to ask you. You jumped into the V's not too long ago. Had an absolute blast. When are you getting yourself into the supercars?
Oh, I've been watching him today, and it's getting harder and harder to say no to him. I might have to jump in. They're very scary, but yeah, especially coming up to race pace and, you know, never driving them before. They're pretty scary cars. No traction control, all the horsepower in the world, all the torque in the world, and I'm just not sure I'll finish a race, but I'll definitely be on the grid someday.
Ooh, as we are seeing the battle for P10 here, looking both ways is Ron Nielsen, trying to get through another Adam Maverick. Adam Maverick doing a good job. He's up 3 spots. surely you'll get yourself in here soon enough, because imagine this race. Imagine the content you've got for your YouTube videos, all the spins, all the crashes from race 1 and race 2.
Oh, it'd be an hour long. I'll be editing for weeks.
Yeah. Oh, and that's running rather deep. That was Adam Maverick. Ryan Nielsen making progress up through the field still. He is now up 1 from his quali or starting grid from first race. This is Daniel Stenning coming through on Glenn Morris, I believe. Daniel started on P1, of course, and made a bit of a mistake. And we have Thomas Wilson finally into the pit from the lead. Interesting to see where he comes out. Oh, he's black flagged. Thomas Wilson was doing a good job pit cycling himself to the front of the race before his own pit stop. And he has got a black flag, unfortunately. Imagine that'll be pit entry speed. Very hard track here with the pit entry speed.
I don't know that it would be pit entry speed here. You'd hit the wall if you're going too fast, but
Oh, true.
Oh, yeah, I can tell you about that.
on the turn-in.
Did you potentially have some sort of incident in the GT3s, was that?
Yeah, a bit of a shocking entry, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, my GT3 around here myself wasn't very good, but yeah, we'll glaze on past.
Well, it's a very difficult track and a difficult car. These guys are really showing us how it's done.
Oh, for sure. Will Buchanan putting on a show here as well. He's got nearly 20 seconds over P2, and this is with the pit stops having been completed. Remember, he won the first race by 7 seconds over, I believe it was Seb Cullen. But nearly 20 seconds, and I imagine it will be 20 seconds this lap, is absolutely insane pace. He's the only driver to be into the 20s, the 1 minute 20s, and now consistently setting them. Best lap of a 20.5 held by Will Buchanan. Now, 4 laps including this one. Just the home stretch for him, just got to bring it home. Same with Jake Slade, who's got a 10-second gap behind him. And Sikas, who not sure with the penalty situation for most people at the moment, I believe. Unless I've missed many of the penalties. I haven't seen too many come through. Following Hayden Watson here in P12. Now, Miller, we know you as the YouTube star. You've been going around GSRC a little bit with your videos, everyone loving them, and they are very good production quality. And the photos you've been posting as well.
Oh, thank you.
Where else are we going to see you pop up, aside from potentially more Vs, because I know you had Blast driving them, and of course the GT3s?
Oh, I mean, it's hard work. The GT3s, they take about, one video is about 10, 14 hours, but I'm starting to get a bit of a more efficient workflow, so maybe we can try looking at doing 2 series a week, and Carroll having a bit of a slide there.
Yeah, Carroll really kicking the arse out through turn 3, or turn 4, sorry, that is.
A staircase cannot be fun in these.
Oh, not at all, especially conditions a little bit warmer than what they were in the first race, a little bit later in the day, of course. We are currently sitting at a 28 degrees track temp from the about 20, 21 degrees in the first race, so Ty's going to be suffering.
Yeah, geez, they won't be liking that out there. But, yeah, me personally, I might try and do the occasional drop-in. Committees nights always look very fun, just maybe drop in, but I think GT3 is always going to be the main.
Yeah, I find myself in the same situation as well, just mainly GT3s and kind of dropping around the place. I want to find myself in the supercars at some point. Be good fun. Either way, wasn't going to do it here. Me and Adelaide got a very much so love-hate relationship. Oh, Glenn Morris right on the back of Zikas here, trying to get himself up into P3. Oh, sorry, not Zikas. Daniel Sneddon for P4. Since Sneddon's got through on him on their outlap, Morris has been right on his bumper this whole time. You can see him nearly pushing himself through the corners there. Is he going to go for a dive here into turn 9? He's up the inside overlap. He's gone a little bit deep. No, he's met the apex beautifully. He's parked it. Denison cannot get away back through. Oh, he's squirrely. Held his composure very well. Up into P4 for Glenn Morris. Good driving.
Yeah, a little scary on the exit there, but otherwise that was a textbook overtake at Adelaide.
about the only place you can safely overtake, really. So well done to Glenn Morris getting through there. We've seen many not so safe overtake in these two pair of races. Oh, up the inside here we have, I believe, Callum Maxwell and Richard Ong that was, who's going to lose a couple of spots potentially. Still too wide, Ong and Carroll sorting themselves out. Ong just losing the one spot. Carroll trying to get the run. Maxwell making some good gains to the field as well. Himself up 8 positions. As we are on the second last lap for Will Buchanan. Miller Motorsport's GOAT. Got some fans going in the chat.
Yeah. That's Rainer, good buddy of mine.
And we're on to the final lap, white flag for Will Buchanan. Still absolutely flying out there. 23.5 second lead over second place. He is monstering the field tonight.
That's unreal. In that kind of position, do you think, what, are you getting more nervous or are you feeling comfortable? Are you worried about throwing that away or just bring it home?
Oh, with his pace, I don't think he can worry about anything at the moment. I think even if he slowed right down, he's going to be quicker than the field with this. It's incredible showing. And really asserting his dominance on the field. After coming in, this is what, his 5th round. He missed the first one. He got a 2nd place, a win, and then 2 second places followed up. He's going to take max points from Adelaide with getting pole position, the win, and now looking like he's going to come through for the 2nd win. Just a couple of corners remaining for Will Buchanan. Coming out of the racecourse section through turn 12 into turn 13. He's got lapped cars strewn across the track in front of him. He's going to get through.
He's still going to have a go.
Yeah, he's going for the overtake.
Of course, need to get through as fast as possible. Oh, got some slowing down by. As Will Buchanan take both wins for the night in the supercars. Absolutely incredible job from him. Jake Slade sliding out of turn 11, sorry. Coming into the final turn, take his P2, secure it. Get across the line, 25 seconds is the gap. That's insane. Oh, good burn out there as well. Alex Zekas coming through to P3 after his rather eventful race 2. Coming across the line, well done. Huge gap to the front of the field here. Tightens up a little bit down the middle. Oh, 3 wide. Glenn Morris up the inside. He's gonna get it. Beautiful.
Jesus, that got
Race
scary.
Line. Glenn Morris holds it for P6. Oh, he tags him. Tags him off the line. Coming through P11. P10 is Thomas Wilson with Adam Maverick coming in P11. Aiden Watson P12. Wade Sheedy in P13. Oh, Jordan has had some sort of incident here. Oh no, he was the last car across, behind the leader when he finished. He's all done. And I believe we just have King and Maxwell are waiting to come across the line, and they are not in a battle though. Well, rather 2 eventful races for supercars tonight, and that is Maxwell coming across the line looking a little bit worse for wear. Sputtering away. He must have had some sort of incident after the line, because we saw him just a few laps ago making moves with a clean car. Well, here is how the running order finished, with Will Buchanan rounding out 2 wins for the night with a 25.4 second lead over Jake Slade in the 2nd race, backing up a 7-second win over Sam McCullen in the 1st. We have Alex Zekas rounding out the podium in P3, Daniel Snadden, Jaden Wilcox in for P5, Glenn Morris, Ryan Barber, Ryan Nilsson, Sean Rigby, and Thomas Wilson doing a good job after his penalty to come back for P10. Adam Maverick, Hayden Watson, Wade Sheedy, Drew W. Collins, Richard King, Callum Maxwell, Jordan Pianazzola, Max Carroll, Bryce Baker, and Joe De La Rosa rounding out the top 20. On off the field, we have Ross Armour, Jake Partridge, David Uni, Jack Dent, Jackson Surfong, Andy Barber, Jamie Fleming, Chase McMillan, Sam Cullen, James Scott, Adam Hayne, Mitchell Noble, Jeff Adams, Martin Lipsky, Pete Maddo Madison, Dylan Walker, Oscar Haynes, and Tom Pritchard rounding out the field in 38th place. We are joined by Jake Slade in the commentary box. Jake, how did you find that rather eventful couple races around Adelaide?
Oh, yeah, pretty much to be expected. It's a pretty chaotic place at the best of times. Yeah, it was good fun though, good fun.
And did you stay relatively scot-free throughout those?
Race 1 wasn't too bad. Had a few wobbles, but I didn't really get in any scuffles, thankfully. I think there was one, I can't remember which race it was actually, 1 or 2. Someone got turned in front of me and I had to try and go through the guts of them, and there's a bit of contact there. But, oh, sorry, the end of race 1, coming out of the last corner on the last lap, we had a bit of a drag race and I was just rowing gears off the curb and it was getting a bit out of shape, but yeah, good fun.
And well done to keep yourself relatively out of the action, because that was one of the more eventful races I think I've ever watched. And for a first time commentary with myself, it was quite the thing to try and commentate through. I'm happy, hopefully people didn't suffer too much listening to me try and get through the race, but it was good fun to commentate on. Now, just trying to get up my settings, sorry. Now, Will Buchanan absolutely stomping the field in that race. Do you think there's any situation where he doesn't lose that race unless he has an incident?
Nah, not at all. He's pretty smooth sailing, that bloke. I've taught him well. No, I'm just kidding. He teaches me. But no, he was never losing that. Like, that far ahead. He's just rapid. He just had to cruise home, really. It wouldn't have mattered who did what with strategies there. He was never losing that one. And even race 1, like, he's just too fast. It's not fair.
Yeah, first race, only winning by 7 seconds, but that's with the safety car intervention lasting until, I believe it was the end of lap 5 or 6. So pulling out a 7-second gap after that was pretty impressive. Coming through from P10 as well. Now, where was it that you, starting P7th in this race, making moves up the field, as many did starting lower down. Did pitch strategy play a huge part in your gains up the field?
Well, I wasn't really planning on coming in quite that early. I was going to probably try and come in lap 9, because I think even lap 9 would still be a bit of an undercut on most people. There was just that contact in front of me and I had nowhere to go, and I copped a bit of steering damage. I think it was lap 4. I tried to muscle through. I think I came in at lap 7, I think it was. I just had to come in because I was losing too much time. I just couldn't turn the car. But it actually worked out all right, because I come out in relatively clean air. By the time I caught the person in front of me, that was sort of getting ready for their pit cycle, so it worked out well.
Yeah, I think it's bonus points to anyone who didn't get damage in this race, because I believe it'll be at least 99% of the field in both races were coming home with some sort of damage. Be amazed if people got away without any optionals. Just watching down the inside here, the battle. Now, you picked off a few positions in front of you from incidents, avoiding them. Have much fun trying to get through?
Yeah, it's one of those tracks. Like, the incidents are inevitable. There's so many pinch points, and especially in the turn 9, that deep braking zone. There's a few alternate lines that people take, and because it turns back on itself, it's just like, it's hard to judge what the car in front's doing. But I mean, it's just one of those tracks where the smallest mistake, if you're in a battle with someone, like, without even intentionally hitting them, it's just, you've got nowhere to go. There's like literally no room. So it was just that main one that was early on in the race that I had to decipher, which I got through relatively unscathed. I probably could have got turned myself quite easily there, but apart from that, there wasn't really any that I had to go through. There was a couple of cars off track, but yeah, that's easy to get past.
Now, this is your first round appearance since the start of the season. Are you planning to continue on for the rest of the season where you can?
It's just work, man. I was planning on doing the whole season, but yeah, I've been so run off my feet. I run my own business, so it's
Yeah, of course.
it's pretty chaotic. Yeah, most nights, especially Wednesdays, I'm finishing, as the server opens, and I'm just buggered. It was only today that I finished a little bit earlier that I decided to have a bit of relaxing arvo and get on the sim. So I'll try and race where I can, but I just can't guarantee anything moving forward.
Now, if you were able to race next week in particular, have you had any experience at the Qualcomm Naval Base track? Because that seems like it's going to be quite a hectic event for any series that goes there, but supercars in particular.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I don't even own the track. So one of my teammates, Daniel, who's in the chat now, I reckon it's his second favourite track to Bathurst. He loves it. So the feedback is it's very bumpy and very tight. So I'd expect much more of what happened tonight next week.
Yeah, I haven't had much or any experience there myself, but the track tightens and opens up a ridiculous amount for a street circuit even. Now, I'll just ask you, final question, any series or any other series you plan to try and make it to throughout the rest of the season?
The only one that I sort of dabble with a little bit is, or two of them, is GT3 and P Cup. But the same thing, man. It's just so hard to predict whether I'm going to finish on time or not. Most jobs snowball, and I end up spending more hours on them than I sort of anticipate. So it's just hard. I would like to drive some more GT3, but my other issue is I really, really suck at going between GT3 and this car. I find pace in this car finally, and then I go and jump into GT3, which I'm decent at, and I get back in this, and I'm just driving like I've never driven it before. So I sort of need to, and I think a lot of it comes down to seat time as well with work. I just don't have the time, but I think I just need to stick to one. If I'm going to really focus on something, it would be this car.
Also, we do hope that you're able to get some races in towards the end of the season as well. Hopefully work isn't too relentless on you. And I'll be letting you go. Thank you very much for your time and great racing.
Thanks, mate. I'll just give a quick shout out to our sponsors, AITX, Shield Coat, Sud Speed, Chelsea Clean, Kibby, IR Sidekick, Shore by 4 and Slady's Glossworks. They help us with the racing through the year and with coaching and all the behind the scenes stuff. So, and a big thank you to Revolution boys. They're fantastic. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, Jake Slade. Great job picking up a podium in that second race. Now, I will pick up the race winner, Will Buchanan, absolutely stomping on the field tonight. 7-second win in the first race, 25 seconds in the second race. How are you doing this? These are insane margins to have over second place.
Hey guys, just the car was on rails tonight. Just tried out a new setup, and yeah, it was great fun to drive.
Could definitely tell it was great fun to drive with those sort of gaps. Now, you were setting considerably better lap times as well than the whole field the entire time. But in particular, with pit strategy, of course, you didn't really have to think about it too much because you were just out front. But how hard were you pushing to try and catch Cullen before those pit stops even, maybe?
Yeah, we all know how fast Sam can be, so there wasn't really any tyre saving or fuel saving strategy. I just had to try and get back up near him as much as possible, just because I know the tyre offset, if he wanted to undercut, it's pretty powerful around here. But unfortunately, I think you got to slow down or something in the pit, so it's been unfortunate we couldn't have a little battle at the end.
Now, how many incident points did you pick up through that race? Because this looks like it could be max points you could possibly pick up with the pole, double win, and if you didn't get those incident points, it's the bonus points from them as well.
I think I got like 57 0x's, luckily. I think, but that outside wall at turn 8, yeah, kept nicking that a few times. But yeah, nah, thankfully didn't pick up any incidents.
So taking away max points, that is an incredible job. Even more impressive with the gaps as well. Now, coming off the back of a couple P2s as well, so taking this will give you a lot of momentum into the next rounds. Are you hoping to have some good speeds for the next few rounds coming up?
Yeah, hope so. Qualcomm is going to be interesting. I'll probably have Daniel teaching me what to do there, no doubt, because he loves that track. Agree with Jake. It's probably his second favourite track beside Bathurst at the moment. So very bumpy. As you said, opens up and tightens real quick. So it's going to be interesting in these cars how the racing is.
Now, do you expect other people to try and kick themselves into gear a little bit with your just world-beating performance tonight?
I don't know. It's one of those tracks, like anything can happen here at Adelaide. If like in a split second you can hit a tyre bundle and race can be over. So yeah, then that can happen at any track. So we never know what the future can hold. But hopefully I just can keep being consistent and just eyes forward, keep getting good results.
And we have Revolution Racing in the chat saying, can you give a happy birthday to Will? Big happy birthday to you. Is quite the way to go and celebrate your birthday, getting a double win.
Yeah, no, it's been good to get a win on the birthday. It's obviously a good feeling. I'll have to go cut the cake with the boys later on in Discord.
Got any big plans for it?
Nah, 24, getting old.
getting old for sure.
You settle down. Go easy.
All right. I cannot think of too much more to ask. So, is there anyone you could give big thank you to before I let you go?
Jake mentioned it, but yeah, our sponsors, all the behind the scenes work they do for us, we can't thank them enough for that. Then also just thank you to you guys in broadcast for putting on the show, and Race Control for the hard work they do behind the scenes.
Awesome, great job tonight.
To you guys, take care.
Now, just before we move on, would you be able to pull up the standings quickly?
I sure can, and I have worked out the results, so we have them now in splits.
So these are with your splits on the standings now. We can see Will, Jake, and Alex taking out the top 3 for the elites, and Daniel Snadden taking first place for the development split, with Wilcox in second place, and all the way down, I'm not sure, is Glenn Morris a first-time runner, so he's not classified, or? Yeah,
Glenn Morris, first-time runner, not classified just yet, but I'm sure he'll be elevated straight up into that elite split by the looks of things.
Yeah, I'm sure. Bet he will be going straight into that elite split. Finishing P6 on debut is definitely a elite split performance. And P3, by the way, was Adam Maverick for the development split. So first Stan, second Jaden, and P3 Adam. Now we'll bring Dan into the box now, sitting there patiently waiting. How did you feel tonight doing that?
Mate, felt bloody fantastic. I think I just got the rub of the green, didn't get involved in anything, and seemed to just have the pace there. Obviously, Wills was so far ahead of me, but you know, you expect that from the pro split guys, and bloody happy birthday to him as well. Like, I'd rather be out at the pub or something on my birthday, but it's good to see him around, mate.
Of course, and you had quite the battle going on with Glenn Morris for a good chunk of that race as well. Enjoying that?
Yeah, like I was just more analysing it a little bit, but saving a bit of fuel too. Like, the car felt so much better with a little bit more weight in it. So following him felt good, and then I don't know, I'll be jumping straight out of here as soon as I finish to watch that overtake on the hairpin again, because that was definitely one of my highlights on the race.
Now, talk me through your choice on pit strategy, and if you achieved your goal of trying to gain spots, I imagine, of course, through it.
Well, I don't know what the stream was showing, but at one point I was following a couple of elite split guys who were really tangled up with each other. And then that kind of dissipated a little bit as I was going to come into the pits. I didn't really want to follow anyone in because I know that corner can be a little bit of a hassle. So I went around for another lap, was still consistent on my lap times, and then was able to pull off a perfect pit stop, in my opinion, for myself. So I guess it just gave me a lot more confidence to finish off the run.
Finish off the run you did indeed, bringing home that win for the development split, of course. Now, for your championship, how confident are you being able to carry some momentum forward?
Yeah, man, didn't do a lot of practice here, but I think the car's probably clicked a little bit with me. Didn't really expect to finish P4 in the whole of the race, but this track is just full of attrition. Like, it's so hard. It only takes one slip of the mind for any corner, and you're in a fence, or someone's going to push you into a fence. So yeah, just kind of glad that it kind of went how it happened, and to take maximum points away from the dev split is exactly what I wanted to start the night with tonight. So a couple of beers after this for Will's birthday, and we'll go from there.
And I imagine it'll be your first round win in the dev split as well, since the first super sprint of the season. And your last sprint round didn't go too well either, so it's great to bounce back with a little bit more momentum into this one.
Well, yeah, like as the boys are saying, we've got Qualcomm next week, so that's going to be awesome to actually have a race around there in these things. It's hard, I guess, to get the boys together or get a team together or anyone together to run that track. I think people are a bit scared of it. So yeah, like if we could just run super sprints every week, I think that I'd be very happy with that. It breaks up that 40-minute race sort of vibe. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Obviously, second race in that one didn't have a great start, but it kind of just slotted me straight into, I guess, the top 2-3 of Dev Split, which is kind of where I wanted to let myself be after the staircase anyway. So race plan was perfect, other than the start, obviously, but I guess it depends how you look at that. And just super hyped to get the dub in the dev for the night.
Of course, and going from P1 all the way down to, I think it was P13 or thereabouts at the lowest, and all the way back to P4 overall is a incredible drive, so very well done on that. With the first race, were you expecting a safety car to be called that quickly?
No, I was joking with the boys in the chat saying, oh, maybe we should save some fuel. You know, we might not make it to the end. But yeah, I did not expect it, but we had a few guys that were a little bit further back who warned it out, and then I guess we're just ready for it. Just kind of glad that I didn't get involved in anything, because that's what happened at Chicago for me. Got involved in a couple of incidents, and you know, it's hard to dodge people if they've made a mistake on the track, especially even if there is a yellow flag. Sometimes things happen. So just a fun track, and be happy to see this one in the rotation every season, to be honest, especially after that.
Now, that's something after my GT3 rounds here I could not agree with less, to be honest, after the shocking performance of that race. But supercars, I'm sure they're fun to drive, but very physical. How are you feeling physically after that race? Have you got your force feedback turned up, down? What is it?
Yeah, my force feedback's usually fairly high. So at the moment I actually feel like a 2Es or 2. They're not sponsoring us, but yeah, we're not allowed to have those on the car, but it perfectly it would fit perfectly fine because we've got a couple in the belly. But yeah, just wanted to, I guess, just reiterate happy birthday to Will. Like, it's really good to see him out on track on his birthday night, and you know, it's not something you usually see.
Exactly, on turning 24 as well. He says that's getting old. It's not really that old, come on. Seen plenty of older people racing GSRC and doing an amazing job at it as well. Think of John Merritt. Well, I'll be letting you go for tonight. Congrats on your podium, or your wins in the dev split, and hope to see you back soon, or in the next round.
No worries at all, mate. Thank you so much. And as the boys said, thank you so much to our sponsors. They keep us on the track, and yeah, the cars are looking fantastic. So thanks so much to Greg and Leith and the rest of the our admin team in our race team. Just fantastic team to be a part of. So thanks so much, RER.
Awesome. Well done, and thank you very much, Dan Snadden. And final person in the box for tonight is Alex Dickas. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But well done picking up 2 P3s at both races with potential penalties, I believe there was, coming your way. But on track, 2 P3s, well done.
Yeah, thank you. I believe we just got P3 in the second race, but the first race it was definitely taken away, unfortunately.
Yeah, you seem to have found Turn 9 to be quite chaotic this race. I mean, everyone, to be fair, did. There was a lot of incidents going on there, and just all around track in general. It's Adelaide, Supercars, it's going to happen. How was your general feeling during the race? How did you find it?
Pretty good. Obviously, wasn't really happy with those incidents that I accidentally caused in both races 1 and 2. Like, I never am really this dirty on the truck. I usually race clean. So, yeah, it's not really the best type of driving I've done tonight. But, yeah, the race was alright.
Oh, but it's a live and you learn. It happens. It's Adelaide as well. It's a tricky thing to manage when you're a bit quicker than people in front as well. Still great job on the P3s, though, getting back to those. In general, how did you feel with your strategy choices tonight? Do you think they worked out well in your favour?
Yeah, I reckon in race 2 worked out well, as we were just able to get P3 in the race. As there were some problems with some of the guys up ahead, like Sam, Cullen and Thomas.
And I believe you were ahead of all the incidents, but have you had a chance to look back at the start incidents from race 1?
Yeah, I have. Unfortunately, that race 1 incident, I couldn't get the car stopped because I locked up, and I was like, oh no. And yeah, I really just wanted to get on the radio and tell Ryan to watch out, but I thought better not, because it would have been a comms warning otherwise.
Yeah, it can be a bit tricky sometimes. Do want to do that, but just don't really have that option to. Now, had the lead of the championship. Ryan Nielsen didn't have the perfect round either. How are you feeling continuing that momentum forward?
Yeah, I'm feeling good we can move forward, because all the rounds I've done so far have been very good, and yeah, I'm hoping we can hopefully try to go for a race win next.
Now, it has to be asked, the speed of Will Buchanan was scary tonight. How worried are you of his championship push throughout the rest of the season?
I reckon if he does the remaining races, I reckon he could be in it to win, unless if he has some bad luck going forward to these last 4 rounds of the season. So yeah.
Of course. Well, I'll be letting you go. Anyone you would like to thank and give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the team JMR itself, our sponsors, Total Energies, Quartz Engine Oil, Night Shift Collective, Lodge Brothers, and all the boys on the team, Jet, Craig, Jason, Jacob, and yeah.
Awesome. Well done in your races. Good job on double podium. Fortunately losing one of them though, and hopefully you can continue some good momentum into next ones.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm really looking forward to going around Naval Base next week, so yeah, should be fun.
Awesome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Alright. And that just about rounds up our round 6 for the V8 Supercars on the GSRC platform. Neil, what are your thoughts from that race?
Mate, what a great race. I mean, Buchanan, again, just too good. But really good racing from Tsizikas. Snedden had an absolute cracker. Yeah, fantastic racing. Always tough around Adelaide. Concrete Canyon, very tight. Lots of close racing. So, yeah, very good racing.
Yeah, the 14 turns around Adelaide definitely offered up some really good racing for us to watch tonight. I'd like to say a big thank you to people watching, of course. First time in commentary, so it was a bit of a struggle to get through, but I'm happy we've got there. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. And big thank you to Miller for coming into the box as well, giving us a bit of a talk.
We might have a look at the schedule ahead. So coming up on Thursday, we've got the Formula V's at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. That's a 3 sprint round. Porsche Cup is heading to Hockenheim, 2 sprint rounds starting at 8:40. They'll both be broadcast on Friday. The GT1 Civil Wars heading to Alton Park for a 2-race sprint. Starting at 7:30. The broadcast will be to be decided, but hopefully they'll be able to make it happen there. Then we've got the IndyCars at Circus Gilles Villeneuve, 42-lap race starting at 8:40, and then on Saturday we are heading to Bathurst for Mountain Men. Monday night we've got the Formula Renault 3.5s heading to the Circuit de Res for a 2-race sprint starting from 7:25. And then the GT3s, Platinum and Gold Split, are heading to Indianapolis for a 2-race sprint round. And that will be, like I said, Gold and Platinum. Committee's choice on Tuesday, we're heading to Daytona for a 2-race sprint. And I will have a quick look because I haven't included it in there. We're looking at the ARCA cars. So that will be very fun driving the oval around the super speedway. Always a lot of action. So jump in the server, join the race. It's a good fun night on the Tuesday night for the committee's choice. Then on Wednesday, we're back to the BMWs at Lime Rock. 40-minute race starting at 7:25. And then as we've been talking about, it's the V8 Supercars heading to Qualcomm. That'll be a super interesting race. What do you think, Harrison?
I think Qualcomm is going to be a pretty hectic race. I believe we'll have Zach in the box, thankfully, for next week. We have the good commentary back, but Qualcomm, very hectic track from what I've heard. No experience of it, of course, but looking forward to see what the supercars could do around there.
It'll be interesting to see how many guys get in there and give it a bit of practice before getting in, or whether it will just be a train wreck the whole way through. It's one of those tracks. I think it'll be a little bit polarizing. The good will be fantastic. The others may be a bit off the pace. All right, so what else have we got? What else have we got here? Tonight's racing was brought to you by Disruptors Labs, Waste Options, Trophi.AI, merch.GSRC.inc, Flash Graphics. Without the sponsors, we wouldn't be bringing you this, so it's a big thanks to all of them. And then we also have the merch store. So if you want to pick yourself up a GSRC t-shirt, hoodie, hat, bottle opener, jump over to the merch store, gsrcmerch.myshopify.com. I don't know about you, but I think I need to pick up a t-shirt at some stage. I've been long enough here now.
Oh, I definitely need to pick up a t-shirt at some stage. Even just a few months I've been in GSRC and want to pick one up already.
Yeah, very good. Well, with it all said and done, a great night of racing. We might call it a night. What do you think, Harrison?
Yeah, I think so.
Beautiful. Thank you. You did very well for the first time around, and we'll hopefully see you in the booth again.
Hopefully, keep on getting the experience. Thank you.